All right.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our team call tonight. Today is Tuesday, August 25th, and we are so excited to hear from Brianne Westberg, who's going to talk about some ways that we can build our confidence and help our businesses grow by building our confidence. So we're excited to hear from her. A couple of announcements. So we're gearing to the end of the month. We only have a few days left until the end of the month. So we have until August 31st to reach Success Club. If you're trying to, earn a part or full-time income, you really want to go for Success Club every month, Success Club 5 or 10. And so we have until August 31st. That means that you've helped at least 3 to 5 new people per month get started with a challenge pack as a coach or as a customer. So we have lots of things coming up. We have our new coach mentorship starting at the beginning of September. We have lots of different leaders running different mentorship groups starting September 7th. And the last day to join would be right up until the day, until September 7th, really. You can join the new coach mentorship. So you can invite people now through beginning of September to help with September Success Club. We also have our Back to School Challenge. We have lots of people doing Back to School Challenge September 7th, and the last day to join is August 31st. We have a 3-day refresh group starting September 7th as well. Last day to join is August 31st. So we're kind of wrapping up the month here, and if you don't have a group to join or if you're not sure what to do, please contact your coach or contact one of the leaders on our team, and we'd be happy to help. So I guess the last thing is we're also ending the Team Beachbody Cup Challenge is wrapping up August 31st. There's lots of fun prizes, so that also is tied to Success Club, so let's finish the month strong. The Size Challenge Pack and the 3-day Refresh Challenge Packs are on sale through August 31st. So that's pretty much all the announcements that I have. I'm really excited to have Brianne on our call tonight. She's an amazing leader on our team. So she's going to share a little bit about herself and her story and then give us some training. So welcome, Brianne.
Thanks, Shannon. I'm getting over a cold, so I'm kind of a little manly right now. But anyway, so like Shannon said, my name's Brianne, and my story started 2 years ago. I had just had my last baby and just having a hard time losing the weight. My first child, I was able to lose the weight pretty quickly, and so I was super happy about that because I didn't have to do a whole lot. But it got into my 30s when I had my second, and it kind of seemed to go down from there. It wasn't very easy to lose the weight. And so I just was struggling a lot with that and had low self-esteem and just didn't know what to do to help myself. I had a gym membership, but I just wasn't getting the results of the gym like I wanted to get. So I came across Shannon's page on Facebook, her business page, and we had some mutual friends at the time. And so I saw that they had liked her page, and so I went and checked it out. And I saw her post for a challenge group, and I was like, oh, that's what I want. Like, I want to be in her challenge group. I want that accountability. And I want to have a buddy, and I want to have one-on-one coaching. So I got in touch with her, and she's like, told me a little bit more about how the group worked. And then she said I had to buy a challenge pack. And I was like, oh, what? I have to buy what? I have to buy Shakeology? I didn't want to buy Shakeology. I had never done meal replacement shakes. I couldn't even drink protein shakes. They grossed me out. So, and I just didn't try them. I was just the type of person that I was like, I'll just eat food to lose weight. And so I just didn't think I needed that. But to be a part of her group, I really wanted to be a part of it. So I went ahead and I took that chance. And she brought over a couple samples for me to try because she just lived right around the corner from me. And so I tried them and fell in love with the chocolate. So I ordered the chocolate and I ordered Turbo Jam. So that first month in that first challenge group, I lost 10 pounds. And I was just like totally blown away by Shakeology. And, I did like Turbo Jam. I kind of felt it was a little old school, but I did enjoy it. And I was amazed at the results I had from it, because I was only working out like 3 or 4 times a week, because I wasn't really working out. And Shannon was like, because I had, you know, like a 6-month-old at home, and so I wasn't working out a lot. And Shannon was like, well, just set a goal of working out 3 or 4 times a week. And so that's where I started, and I got those results just based off of that, drinking Shakeology, and then obviously drinking healthier, because accountability and posting what I was eating each day helped a ton. So after that, I feel like I'm trying to sell you guys on a challenge pack right now. Anyway, so after that, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I got to share it with other moms, you know, because I knew there was other women out there just like me that were struggling losing the baby weight, because I saw them, you know, on Facebook and stuff like that posting about it, and I had friends that were in the same situation. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna become a coach. And I saw Shannon posting about her income and stuff on Facebook, and that's kind of what caught my attention, was Shannon's postings about her income. And so I was like, all right, sign me up, let's do this. And so I got signed up, and I started doing T25, and was able to get my abs back again after that. And then Shannon was like, I think we talked about some things that I've always wanted to do, which is like run a half marathon. And Shannon was like, well, let's do it. And I was like, okay, sure. So Shannon really pushed me to run that half marathon, because if it wasn't for Shannon, I guarantee you I wouldn't have run that half marathon. And so anyways, I was like nursing a baby at night. So I was up at like 4:45 in the morning nursing my little guy, and then Shannon showed up at 5:15 in the morning, or I'd go over to her place at 5:15, and then we'd train for a half marathon. And then I ran that half marathon in November, and that was like my first time running, you know, my first half marathon ever. So it was like such an awesome accomplishment for me. And then after that, just kind of like my why with coaching and stuff changed a little bit as I've gotten into this business, and seeing just the financial aspect of it. And yeah, just seeing how much it's changed people's lives financially. I mean, the physical part of it is amazing too, and seeing what it can do for people, but also the financial part has been completely has blown me away, especially Shannon. Like I've seen with Shannon 2 years ago, Shannon was basically where I'm at. I think she was making a little bit more money than where I'm at right now. But then to see how much she's grown in the past years has just been amazing. So anyways, that's just kind of a little bit about me and my story. So I want to talk about self-confidence tonight. That's something that I have struggled with, and I was listening to Marcy's call, and she was talking about, you know, the fear that she had of talking in front of a large group, you know, doing a team call, and you know, how do you overcome that fear? And it's basically by doing it, you know. And so I was like, all right, well, you know, confidence is something I have struggled with for a long time, and self-esteem. I think both of them are kind of tie in together. So I was like, well, let's do a call on that. So I want to talk a little bit about, like, first, you know, how is self-confidence initially developed? So when you think about in your younger years, things that have happened to you that have maybe defined who you were at that time, like it kind of gotten embedded into your brain that thinking I'm not good enough, and it's because of something that happened or something your parents may have said to you, friends, society. There's so many different things that can play a role in your self-confidence and your self-esteem. And one of the things I was reading this article, and one of the things that I don't know why it surprised me, because we hear it all the time, but friends, you know, the friends that you hang out with are more of a powerful influence on you than your parents and society in shaping your feelings about yourself. And we always hear like the people you hang around with are the people you become. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's totally true. You know, you just kind of didn't think about it when you're younger so much. But yeah, it's definitely true. So there's a lot of things out there that have contributed to, you know, our confidence or our lack of confidence, as well as our self-esteem. And it's gone on, you know, for our whole life. So, and it continues to challenge us on a regular basis. And I don't know if you guys have been reading that You Are a Badass book. Yeah. Anyway, Shannon just got me this book for Reaching Success Club last month, and so I've been reading it, and I'm loving it because it's full of just really good stuff. So I recommend you guys reading this book. But anyway, so some of the stuff that has shaped our lives, it's basically turned into our comfort zone. And it's hard to break out of that comfort zone, especially when it's been that comfort for 25, 35, 45. I mean, I guess you guys can figure out the math, but it's been a long time, this comfort zone that you've been having to, that you've had in your life. So in this book, she talks about the comfort zone, and she calls it the big snooze. And I just wanted to read to you guys what the big snooze is. The big snooze operates according to your limiting false beliefs. This is the garbage that was stuffed into your subconscious as a kid and doesn't ring true for you, as well as the decisions you've made about yourself that are less than flattering or empowering. It gets validation from outside sources. I'm doing this to win your love. Your opinion of me is more important than my opinion of me. It's reactive. My circumstances control my life. I'm a victim, fear-based, and extremely committed to keeping you safely confined within the reality you've created based on limiting beliefs, otherwise known as your comfort zone. The big snooze lives in the past and in the future and believes you are separate from everything around you. And then she talks about how the big snooze is just like that overprotective Italian mother who not only doesn't want you to go outside ever, but who wants you to live with her. And her intentions are good, but are fully fear-based. As long as you stay inside the familiar risk-free zone of your present reality, the big snooze is content. But you should try and sneak past her to attend the rockin' party outside. Your overprotective, controlling mother is going to claw, scratch, scream, bite, hurl her body in front of your rapidly approaching new life. Basically, she's going to do whatever she can to stop you, and it ain't going to be pretty. So I thought that was really good because and when we were at Summit this last year, Chalene Johnson, she was up on stage and she talked about how change and growing is hard. It's not easy because you're trying to change and you're trying to create, new behaviors, and it takes time, it takes energy, and building self-confidence and self-esteem is dependent on breaking those old habits and then developing those new productive ones. And then, of course, as you're doing this, you have the big snooze that's in your face just knocking you down all the time, telling you that you can't. So, every time you get a no from somebody, from your challenge, inviting people to your challenge group and you get that no, or you're hearing objections, it's just that big snooze is just kind of whacking you on the head, totally dragging you down, making you feel like you can't do this. You can't do this business. You're not good enough, So anyways, I just like the way how she put it because I was like, wow, it's so true because I've been trying to grow and learn and I just can't believe how hard it's been to get over that out of that comfort zone out of that negative thinking. So anyways, but I just liked how Chalene Johnson said that, it's not easy. It's going to take time and change, but it's definitely doable because self-confidence and self-esteem, it was learned when you were younger and it can be relearned. You can learn self-esteem. You can learn self-confidence. So even though we feel like we can't, you can. So I thought that was really cool. So how do we learn how to build confidence now that we kind of understand where it's come from and why we maybe lack confidence? How can we gain confidence? And I kind of came across this article, and so some of the things that they listed and how to gain self-confidence is to stop judging yourself by what happens to you in life. So you're not basing your confidence on outside events. You know, forgive yourself and others for past mistakes. Harboring grudges takes up a lot of time and energy, and you could be using it in more productive ways. Learn to think differently. When you fall into self-criticism and unconfident thoughts, note them and change them to positive thoughts. Set goals on the basis of what you can realistically achieve, and then work step by step to develop your potential. And then, you know, focus on your strengths rather than what you feel like you can't do. And then also in this You Are a Badass book, she talks about ways on how to build your self-confidence. And one of them, she said, is affirmations, and talking, you know, writing out affirmations that you can say to yourself every morning. And let me find what she says about the affirmations. So some of the affirmations she recommends that you can say, and of course you can change them up to whatever you feel like you need to be hearing. So someone was like, you know, I receive all the good that life has to offer me. I am brilliant, bright, and beautiful. I love how tall I am. And okay. So she says, I love how tall I am, and I love the size of my ace. So I guess maybe that's something she struggles with. So anyway, so you can change it up to fit however you guys need it. But then too, she also says that when you're saying these things to yourself, it kind of feels like you're lying to yourself. And I've done this before where I'm like, I write out these affirmations and I'm like, I feel weird saying this stuff. Like well, for one, it's out of your comfort zone. So it's going to feel weird, you know? So, but she says that, and this is what I really like what she says about this is, yes, at the beginning, it may feel like you're lying to yourself, but the truth is you're living the lie. So the affirmations get you back to the truth. So I thought that was really cool because like how we're thinking now, that's the lie. Like we're lying to ourselves with the negative thinking. But when we start doing these things that are going to help build our confidence, that are going to help us think positively, that's the real us. You know, that's what's going to help us get the things that we want out of life and have the life that we're meant to live. So I really liked how she worded that. It really hit home for me. And then two, she talks about in this book, you know, loving yourself and appreciate how special you are. And I know some people talk about how they're scared to share their story and there's not, you know, there's not enough customers out there for us. You know, it's completely saturated. And anyways, but the thing is people aren't going to relate to everybody. You're going to have a specific person that's going to relate to you and it's going to connect to you. And if you're not going to have that confidence to overcome that fear of putting yourself out there and your story out there, then you're not going to attract those people to you, and your business won't be successful because of it. So overcoming those fears of doing that is going to keep you from having the life that you want. And then she talks about don't compare yourself to others, which I'm terrible at doing, something I'm working on. And then she talks about meditation, so prayer. And, you know, she talks about how powerful the mind is. So our thoughts and the most powerful tools we've got is the most powerful tool we've got. And then having gratitude and faith. And she talks about on a really cool quote about faith. So faith is the muscle you use when you decide to blast outside of your comfort zone and transform your life into something that's practically unrecognizable to you in your present reality. Faith smothers your fear of the unknown. Faith allows you to take risk. Faith is a step of leap, and the net will appear. So anyways, I just thought that was really cool that we have to have, we definitely have to have faith. And, but something like for me, that's kind of been a big breakthrough for me is personal development. So I was told like in the beginning to, you know, just get in, because everybody's busy. We have busy lives. And so you think, okay, you tell your coaches, if you can get in just at least 15 to 20 minutes of personal development a day, you know, just get that much in. And I was doing that. I wouldn't say consistently I was doing that, but I mean, I would try to get in at least 15 minutes a day. I was doing the bare minimum. And then come to find out, I need a heck of a lot more personal development than that. And when you listen to some of these top coaches like Brigitte Linford, Melanie Mitro, they talk about how much personal development they do have. So any chance they get, they're listening to personal development in their car, they have headphones, like Melanie Mitro, she said she would have headphones on. Now she's cleaning the house to get personal development in. And one of the things that I've tapped into lately is Periscope. And so I've been doing that for like the past 3 weeks, and there's some top coaches on Periscope. There's Melanie Mitro's on there, Greg Plaskett, Shane Fryer, Chalene Johnson, of course, is on there. Those are just kind of the ones that I listen to. And one of my coaches, Roxy, she's on there too, and she does some pretty awesome scopes, so I'll listen to hers too. And anyways, but like I feel it. So Shane and Greg, they live back in Connecticut, and so when they do their scopes, it's pretty early in the morning for me. So like right when I wake up, I'm able to listen to Shane and Greg. And with Periscope, you can actually talk to them. So you can write a comment, and it's live. So they see your comment, and it's so cool to have them respond back to you, like have them say your name, and actually answer your question. It just makes me feel like it helps me to feel like they're like my friend, and they're in the room with me, like I'm having a conversation with them. So then it makes me feel like it's like talking about how your friends are influences, and to be able to hang out with people that are going to lift you higher, people that live the life you want to live. And I'm like, that's kind of how Periscope has been for me lately, and it's been awesome. And I've kind of gotten a little addicted to it, which isn't, it's not a bad thing per se, because it's helped change the way I have been thinking a ton, which is what I need. Like I really need that personal development. So overall, it's been amazing. But anyway, so that's just something that's really helped me, is knowing that I need to be able to change my thoughts and negative thinking. I need more personal development. So if you guys still have like, if you're still having those thoughts into your brain and you don't seem to be getting control over it, then I would say you need to up your personal development, because that's going to help. That's going to help a ton. Like I can't even explain how much. But anyways, that's all I had tonight to share. So yeah, I'll turn it back over to you, Shannon.
Great. Well, good job, Brianne. That was an awesome call. You did such a great job. We have a few more minutes. We'd like to open it up for questions and comments. We have a good group tonight. So if you're live, unmute. You can unmute your line or post in the bottom. There's a chat box. But we'd love to hear some comments and questions.
One thing I wanted to add real quick is Chalene Johnson talked about confidence, and she was saying that confidence is the #1 factor in your professional success, your happiness in relationships, your ability to raise self-sufficient children, your ability to feel comfortable in social settings, and so much more. So I thought, I don't know if you guys have checked out her self-confidence club, but you should, because it's true. What she just said was totally true.
She's awesome.
I'd like to add, Brianne, that I think everything that you said there is definitely spot on. I know that I see a huge difference in the way I feel, and when you feel different, everything else kind of follows along with that. But I feel so much more empowered and important and everything when I'm doing my personal development. So I definitely think that that's like, it seems so small to so many people. And I know I thought that too in the beginning, where it was like, how is this going to help me? You know, but it does so much like that. I don't know. It's probably the number one thing that you can do, because it lifts you up. And then when you're lifted, you can lift other people, just like the people that, you know, we're listening to on Periscope, because I have to admit, I'm also addicted to Periscope. I'm like, I got to put this thing down. I got to do some things. But, you know, if you can connect with those people that are lifting you up, you know, if you can do that, you know, whatever way you can make that happen, it just helps to bring you up. And then you can do that for the people that are following you as well. So I definitely agree with all of those things. So
Right. Thanks,
thank
Trisha.
you. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Trisha.
And it helps you, like Periscope, when you see those people, like it helps you to, I guess for me, to realize that they're just human. Like there's nothing special about them. They're really, I mean, obviously they're special because they're, you know, God's children. But like there's no huge special gift or anything. Like the only thing they've done is just been consistent. They do their personal development. They've done everything they can to break out of that comfort zone, to build their self-esteem, to be more confident. They've done everything they possibly could to turn into a different person than what they were before, to be as successful as they are. So anyway, so that's why I love Periscope that much too, just because like you can really feel that, oh, they're just like me, you know, they're not superheroes.
Well, and the thing that, another thing with that is that it's amazing to be able to, I mean, we get surface stories from all of these amazing people, but it's amazing to be able to get a little bit deeper into these people's lives, like Summer Tucker, you know, Fit and Funky. All of those people are sharing their struggles with us as well. So it does help you to realize, you know, like you look at some of them and they talk about depression and they talk about where they've been and how they've come out of it. And it does. It helps you realize that there isn't any difference between any of us. We all have struggles. We all have things. And if we make a decision to get better, we can. So it's definitely very empowering.
What I would like to add, I don't know if I could. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay, great. No, great call. It was awesome. Brianne, you did amazing. I loved it. You're my BFF. So yeah, for me, it has been an eye opener, and it has been able to help me to share my story and open up with people, and Periscope has helped me get confident, because it's like they're struggles. They're normal people. They're just like us. They're moms who have to take care of kids. There's people that, you know, have gone through financial disasters and bounce back, and they talk about their stories so confident. And it's like, I used to be embarrassed to say that I was a teen mom, because, you know, there's this label behind that, and people kind of shake their head about it. And so now it's kind of giving me that empowerment to say, you know what, but I pulled out of that, and, you know, my son today, he started college. He just graduated from high school, and those are things that I'm proud of. And that has given me so much more confidence to go out and help people. And just, you know, there's struggles, but then you've overcome certain things in your life. So you use that to empower you and to make you feel like, okay, you know what, if I can overcome that, I can overcome anything. So there's a breakthrough, and there's that, it clicks, you know, and that light turns on, and you just run with it. So I've been like addicted to Periscope. Today I've done my like 50th show. And another thing, Trish, I need to get your name so I can follow you on there as well. So, yeah, it's amazing how personal development the programs are there to help you. to give the fitness programs and the meals, sorry, are all there. But it's the way you present it. And once you're confident about who you are and you're like willing to help other people, you just fly right by it. And it's like, who cares if somebody says, no, I need to find the next one, or they'll say yes later on, it'll take some time, but
Right.
they'll jump on, they'll catch on. And, but yeah, personal development, I think it's a must. You have to do more than 15 minutes a day. Just when you're washing dishes, when you're in the car, when you're doing laundry, when you're fixing your bed, whatever, just, get on it. So yeah.
Yeah, my kids love to rock, and so I'll rock them and I'll read my book, and sometimes I'll have headphones in and I'll listen to a scope, as I'm rocking them. So I'm still doing something with my children and something they love to do and I love to do with them, but I'm also being able to get in that personal development I need. So, and I've noticed too, like I'm more happy, I'm more enthusiastic about my business. Yeah, like it's like amazing stuff. I just wish you just knew how amazing it was, like, a while ago, and I know Shannon and I have talked about that, where Shannon's like, oh, if only I would have known this. And then she's like, but now and then you're like, yeah, I still don't do it, but it's like, because I think everybody just has to figure it out for themselves. Like sometimes you can't, people tell you stuff, but it's like, you kind of have to figure it out for yourself. And I think that's just part of the growing and learning process, so anyways, thank you, Roxy. Check Roxy out on Periscope. She's awesome.
Yeah, after this, we should put all of our Periscope names so we can follow each other, or we can get started if we haven't.
Yeah.
One thing that I wanted to add is that, I know that it can be overwhelming, with all the things that we have to do. One of the things I've started doing with John is I generally listen to most of my personal development just because I listen in the car, that sort of stuff. But I've got to where I'm listening with John. And if I'm reading a book, I actually wait until he's around, and I actually been reading it out loud.
Cool.
So, it's something that we're doing together, and we're both benefiting from it. So I highly encourage that. Even if your spouse isn't into Beachbody, personal development helps in every way. And if you can lift yourself up and lift the people up around you, then it just grows and grows and grows. So.
Yeah. I agree.
Awesome. I love these comments and amazing info tonight. Brianne, you did such a great job. Thank you so much.
Thanks. No problem.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to wrap it up. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. And, I just ditto all the comments. I love hearing from all the coaches on our team. But I know for me, when I first started, I didn't really do personal development or work on my confidence, I don't know, first 9-12 months of my business. And, when you hit those rough spots in life or in your business, or it's really easy to just pull back or quit. I know that's what happened to me. I didn't quit, but I pulled way back. And if I would have continued with my personal development, it would have helped me to overcome some of the obstacles and challenges. And so I know for me, whenever I've, hit a rough spot, I just increase the personal development and try to hit it harder, and it helps so much, not just with the business, but in life. And then also, like, whenever you're ready to, like, take it to the next level in your business, I know for me, like, focusing on specific areas of personal development, when I'm like, okay, I'm ready to take it to the next level, I want to do this, I want to do that. That has helped me to overcome some obstacles and challenges in the business area too. So, so thanks everyone. Let's see if there's any other comments or questions. Like we're all set. Thanks so much for joining us for our team call tonight. Thanks again, Brianne. We'll see you guys all next Tuesday. We have these all every week at this time. So it's been so fun hearing from the different leaders on our team. But we hope you have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to you next time. See you.
Bye.
Thanks, Brianne.
Yep. Thanks.